So today in this video I will completely tell you something about spoken English, and then I start something about the politics, what kind of this politics also, and my purpose that I will be tell you something about the what kind of these peoples they are struggling in improve their journey of spoken English. So let's start. So video for that it will be better for you in the class. And now I'm first time that I am recording in this platform, so it's a really a requirement to support for all of you my dear friends, and also I will committed for all of you, because nowadays I'm continuously practicing on my way. Also sometimes that I interact with people with a group. So tomorrow I had connected with three personalities that tomorrow I actually the discussing some things about the unemployment, but the session it was great, and really we was enjoy with the sessions. So same session, if you will be interact with me, then you how to mention your topic, that what kind of this topic you will be tell you and debate on that topic, so it will be better communications with each others. And also the most of these peoples are trying to communicate with people, but they do not find of this, they're unable to find their friends who are well know about this English, the how of the better command of the English. So in these situations, first priority what we should do, that you have the knowledge acquire something different kind of the subject, and start the yours way. Suppose I am trying to improve myself. Now I am making some video on front of camera and I am recording, and the next time I will be uploaded and this video I again watch this. So what kind of the situation, what kind of I make a mistake, that mistake I will be improve after watching this video. Sorry. So like this kind of practice and you will be do that automatically improve. And now I realize my first time that I uploaded my video on YouTube channel, it was bad. I realized I should be delete, and I almost there are a lot of this, more than 100 plus I have uploaded on my YouTube channel, but I delete all videos because it's like sometimes that people, what are you doing bro, actually this there is no command, you there is not more improvements, so what are you doing, like this kind of people thinking. But yeah, nowadays I comfortable, and if you will be give any of this topic, I am ready to debate and discussions. And being a people, being a citizens, we should be try to uh, interact with peoples, because nowadays most of these peoples, uh, students who are suffering from English language, and even those hard peoples they have better command especially in English, but they are unable to speak English with proper peoples and public platform due to lack of practice, lack of knowledge. They have a better command, but they try to interact with people, then they feels of huge hesitation. I have lot of these friends. There's median completely from this primary school to secondary, higher secondary, and complete their graduation. They had lot of this good knowledge about in English and whole subject, but still they are struggling. They are unable to reply immediate when I ask some questions. They says, "What are you doing?" Oh, in English they ask yes, something hesitations, and it's then they do unable to quick reply. So I am also from Hindi medium, but nowadays whatever you will be asked the questions me, I immediately reply. So because of practice, when you do not have else practice, that you cannot reply immediate. So what you have to do? And also I want to message especially for beginners, if you do not have the better vocabulary powers in English, there's first things the people they started their journeys during this vocab, every word by word they understanding, but still there is no more getting knowledge by vocabulary, only vocabulary, because it's very difficult to remember. But you will be read some different kind of the book. I means the source of NCRT, and NCRT that command the multiple subject that connectly that you will be connected whole of the subject. For example, where I am reading up political science subject, right, from class 6, and the first readings I had completed, and second reading I will complete again, and I realized that there is a no more chance that getting of knowledge and what exactly say something about the NCRT's topic and reading when you are reading. So in that situation you are not properly understanding the topic, what exactly says something about, and some word you may be realize that it's I think I am understanding. In this situation you have to first one is that you have to watch some NCRT's video that lot of the YouTube channels that available nowadays, and understanding what teachers teach, and after the teaching, and you have to make your own way notes, and that note after the completed you have to revise your own way, and after that you have to read out the NCRT's book, and that word automatically that will be clearly in your minds, and your thought and expression it will be automatically increase. Why I am telling something like this? Because I know that I sacrifice in NCRT's improvements from basic to advanced level of my vocabulary power, and that's why I have knowledge something about different kind of the subject, and a different kind of the politics and history, geography, environment. What type of the situation may be in future, especially in the climate change, when climate change in India, and what is nowadays is going in the politics, what is going nowadays in economy, what is going in international level, that especially if I talk about politics, especially neighborhoods country such as Bangladesh, how it should be that India to interact with a neighborhoods country, like this kind of this approach, when you will be command, you will be read out some NCRT, then you might be easy to connect with every single countries and every international what kind of news and what I should be suggest them. Like this kind of the thinking it automatically create in your mind. There is a no requirement of this huge improvement in a vocabulary. There is a no take time of, there is a no give something use time in vocabulary, just you have to read out your own way, so that will be better for you. Yes. And the second is that, let's suppose I am taking some example why I'm telling something about a command, better command in NCRT that will be helpful for different kind of the subject to interact with, and better knowledge something about. Let's suppose example, we are reading some politics, and the politics, let's suppose we have chapters about the diversity in India. What you will be think about in your mind, that is diversity, what do you mean by understanding of the diversity? Oh my god, it's very difficult this time, but suddenly you have to watch your others video, then you follow and practice. And the fourth, realize that diversity it's people. There may be you have to interact with economic with diversity, with you have to interact connect with politics, diversity with you have to connect with the geographical, socio-economy, and what people follow up this rule, and different kind of this geographical geographical area. So there are a huge number of vocabulary and thought and expression. There is no requirement of you think just let me what kind of diversity we have to understanding what kind of automatically it will be created because we are from this village. Actually the peoples more know about reality. The what do you mean by understanding the diversity? The first thing I will tell you about the geographical area with diversity. I want to tell you something about if you live in the north area, if you live in south area, if you live in the east and west, how you look, because there is the geographical area is completely different. For example, we are living in North India, especially Northeast India, where huge when in a winter season especially lot of the peoples that are suffering from cold, that north Himalaya areas, there's a lot of this cold years in winter seasons that affected the peoples. That is the diversity. And if you say that West India, that is the part of Rajasthan, there is a no more of the school, just I can't realize it's a desert area. So it is a geographical area. How is the peoples of their living standard that may be changed? If you will be live in North India, there's a lot of these peoples, their living standard, there's occupations of working, there's food habits and job, and those are things clothes, and there's a lot of the diversity. Even those are the people, there's place that are living different kind of this workings, and I think it's constructions of their household also may be more different. So like this kind of diversity we are finding in India. So if you have to practice something about that, you need to on where that like this kind of the thing you must be try to focus on your way, so it will be better. And again, let's suppose for example in South India there is no is a huge hot and cold. It's moderate area. That people are more intrigued with ocean. They are beneficial when they are do not have of the better food habits. They are exploring some fish and oceans foods, and almost depend on most of these people in South India. Their occupations, especially horticulture, and they are something as better and interact with foreigner, and their journey it's completely huge diversity as we are looking nowadays. So diversity, now can I explain something about the people when we are interact with the north and the south peoples, what kind of this language we are talking about? Socio-economy, the peoples from the north India that will become in South India, they feel like this more hot area because they are living in cold area. So something people's their cloth is completely different from the South Indians of these peoples. And same western part of there's a lot of this culturally it's a people, they are following up this religious practice, the temples, and they beliefs of the more and more practice on God. So like these of the peoples are India's one of the biggest diversity in the world as well as Asian continent. So how you expected when I started my journey from the diversity, and there is a not there is no topic is in finish, because it's a lot of the think it's come in my mind, but still now I'm taking something about only best of one socio-economy base. I have told about the geographical area, so we are talking about the political area. So like this kind of this practice, and it will be the boosting your confidence when you try to making some videos that will be better communication for everyone's entire the world when you will be try to speaking. So now I'm again practicing something about this politicals. How role of this politics in diversity in India? How does the affect is the peoples? There's a socio-economic when they are not involved in politics. The number of these peoples. How? What do you want to say? And when also I want to tell you something. The role of the diversity when the in the 1947 and before, when the British was ruling in India, that what type of this diversity it was contributions in getting the independence of India. So let's start from this independence and the role of the diversity and getting of the independence in India. So first of all, there are a lot of these peoples, and we are follow of different kind of the religions. Especially in India, there is a huge. I want to tell you something of the six type of this religious practice in India. There's cultures, there's economy, there's cloth, there's foods, habits, religious practice. There's each and every single religious that are different. So it will be that the political power when the when British was ruling in India, that time huge number of these people they are raised together their voice and attack on British against, and they try to collect and raise their voice in interest of people. And there is no people thinking about I am from Hindu, there is no people thinking about I am from Sikh, there is people not thinking about the Christians, Muslims and Hindus. Like this kind of the thinking, there is completely people's it was removed from their mind, because they are facing something huge problem by British government. They are ruling in India, and they raise up their voice and fight against the British, and finally they are together and collectively there is no barrier any of these peoples between the something about any kind of this politics including their career. So like this kind of the peoples they are more. I'm not telling about something about what kind of who was participate, who was actually man leader of that time. There is a no I'm taking up telling about something, but I just to tell you something about the key role of the diversity when the we have got it of the independence in India. So like this kind of this politic also it's completely involved up in the diversity. So something like this, and if you have it like this kind of thinking is not come in your mind, so before you have to understanding that you have to understanding some news analysis. There are a lot of this available on social media. They are thinking about also that independence before what happening, and what was the situation of this Indians the people actually the British were ruling in India. So like this kind of thinking, when you will be creating in your mind and the vocabulary that is automatically increase, and your subject of command that also the diversity role in environment, the diversity role in history, the diversity role in economic. What kind of situations may be happening nowadays? So we have to together raise our voice and protect our environment. We requirement there is a huge number of these people. There's the different kind of the religious practice, and they are exploring something about the concerning something about the environment nowadays, that a lot of this problem creating, especially when during of this hot weathers, and sometimes that if especially in summer season there are huge number of the people, so they are facing some special the hot weather. So we need to protect environment and the diversity. Also I want to involve how role of the diversity of India to protect environment as well as forest plant deforestation, and how it should be that this kind of the situation should be improved in India. Like this, let me to try to understand and explain something about a better way and people maybe something about to listen and carefully for all of these main experience. For example, in India, there is huge number of these people. They are believe on this plant. The as a recognized the God. They are believe as a, he. It is a plant that we are recognized as God. For example, in Hindu religions, there are people say something people's plant. They believe that yes, it is a good person as because they recognize as a god. Like this kind of people's their mind they're thinking about that nowadays that also a requirement of the people and they will be not broke of this any of this plant. So it is a diversity, and the same if I say this Muslim people they do not recognize of this plant thing as a god. Same people's others religious they do not recognize of the god of this plant is, and they will be broke. But also diversity again I want to include because the peoples there are maybe peoples on Hindu and Muslim and other people they may be something believe that yes, but I don't think about that people also believe other religious, but they whatever will say something about, but most of these peoples they are believe that that is good and it is a part of diversity, religious diversity what I can say. I hope now you are understanding, and now I am finally this video I am ending, and next time I will be tell you something about and must watch this video because there is a lot of this type of vocabulary and greetings people, especially people who are beginner, they require a better communication in the two-way as well as, and if you have do not have any type of this friend for discussing that you must be connected with me and mails you, especially I have mentioned my YouTube channel that is the missions with English commonly. So this is my channel and finally I will be connect with next time. Okay, so now I'm stopping. Okay.